So it's going to be a blast to see kind of everybody supporting their home state, their home region. I know that Wilds has been getting a ton of crowd support, and I look forward to seeing that continue. But yeah, first up, we do have JeJaJeJa versus Candle, which is, of course, Kirby versus Olimar. What are your thoughts initially going into this?
This is one of those matchups that you never really see in today's meta or in any meta in Ultimate's past, right? Kirby's never been the most common character, and even when Olimar was super common, he wasn't that common. He just had a few meta-relevant representatives, right? So this is a matchup that I can't say I've ever seen before, which is always great. I love seeing something new in a context like this.
Yeah.
Candle's been on a run right now. He's like kind of giving himself a name as one of the better players in the Midwest, winning Sweet Spot recently over Candle, and now with the run, beating Onin in the winners finals against JeJa, who's on a run of his own.
Yeah, absolutely, a run of his own indeed. JeJaJeJa is the only representative that made top 8 that was not seeded for top 8 as well. And in the winners finals, I mean, nothing you can call it except for a run. Now, a little bit of my research on this, Candle's most recent matchup chart, which I think was probably a year or two ago, did list this matchup as even, which is pretty pessimistic for what most people put Kirby on their tier list. Usually indicates that they have experience playing a good character rep. And I mean, JeJaJeJa is obviously making it look even right now, taking the first stock.
Yeah, I always talk about the experience factor when it comes to people playing against JeJa. He does a lot of things that you've kind of never really seen before.
Right.
So that's what it's going to come down to. How can Candle adapt to that? A great adaptation off rip, catching the neutral get up with the up smash. That purple Pikmin up smash is going to be perfectly potent.
Yeah, interesting thing about this matchup, obviously Kirby has plenty of tools, easy tools to get the Pikmin off of him, but that's not really what the major part of this gameplay is. Kirby's generally not getting hit with Pikmin if playing correctly, right? You definitely don't have like the best airspeed to jump in with, but you have plenty of verticality and great grounded options to either trade with the Pikmin or to avoid them.
Yeah, Kirby's either ducking under, jumping over, or trading with every Pikmin that Pikmin's going to throw at him. So it is going to be those melee tools that Olimar does have. Very strong, and they're going to do pretty well against Kirby, kind of outspacing the stubby arms that he does have.
Yeah, we do have 2 purple Pikmin out and a red on the back end too, but that purple Pikmin not quite going to take that. Good tech from JeJa. Now JeJa has stage position.
Yeah, that tech is not easy for JeJa. The stage position has been so crucial for him this whole tournament. He's going to drop really low for an edge guard. Candle trying to play.
What is happening?
The camera is stuck under the stage. Both players somehow come out alive. I can't believe we still have 4 stocks on the screen.
How do they know what's happening?
They definitely didn't. They just had to guess.
Yeah, I also want to talk just briefly about Booker coming in with the fake news of Kirby dash attack being the end-all be-all for Kirby, like it's some broken move. It's definitely not. It just had a couple of really good applications, and JeJa's a character specialist that's going to, exploit this.
Yeah, it's going to 2-frame, and also the weak hit of it is going to set up into a combo of back air at the ledge.
Right.
So it's pretty solid in those spots, but it does typically act as a move to just catch people slipping.
Exactly.
And JeJa does that so often, as he's doing right now, pressuring in the corner, trying to get those down tilt trips. Doesn't work out, though. That one does. He gets the down tilt trip, perfect timing, F smash. Not going to take the stock, though. Candle, risky recovery here, goes low, makes it back, and he reverses. Purple Pikmin pushing advantage now, down tilt into fair. Candle with a great spot here. Good stage presence. F smash, not going to flip it off the other side.
No air dodge available, though.
Can he make it back? Yes, he can. JeJa kind of relents his pressure for a moment. That might come back to bite him. Candle goes low this time. Did it earlier, made it back, and he does so again.
Really trying to get the stage back, but is not able to get there with the Pikmin. And the last hit of fair, not fast falling it and just letting it rock, is going to take that first game. And I do want to talk also about the trip mechanic, because we are seeing that JeJaJeJa is definitely reacting to when the trips come out.
Yeah.
And I know there was a question earlier about like Kirby's trip percentage versus Rob's. I did some research. Rob's trip percentage is only 20%. Kirby's is 30% and 35% if you hit with the tip of the foot. And generally, of course, JeJa is spacing it well enough for that high percentage. All you'd have to do, I mean, you hit 2 and you've already got like a pretty good probability that you're going to hit at least 1.
Yeah, and JeJa, kind of a master at reacting to it, obviously, as we mentioned earlier. A character specialist, he's going to recognize that trip animation as soon as possible. He usually gets an F smash on it.
I love that these nairs are just insta-killing the Pikmin. Like, at any given time, Candle is having to pull more Pikmin, which is normally fine because he's throwing them from a distance that JeJa can just stay back with, but can't quite close the gap on after killing the Pikmin. So it's like okay trades. You're still getting some damage out as Candle, but Yeah, I mean, it's not great because Kirby is able to combo you to higher percentages.
Not a lot of characters have such a consistent option to get Pikmin off of them as Kirby does. Gonna chase low this time is JeJaJeJa. Great tech from Candle. They make it back. The down air doesn't connect with a strong hit. These off-stage interactions have been so volatile. JeJaJeJa comes out on top yet again, though.
Got to remember that Kirby has multiple jumps, can throw out multiple aerials from a ledge trap. You cannot be in that same vicinity. You have to be either higher or lower. Yeah,
Kirby can linger for a really long time, and that's what catches people slipping so frequently. Sets into a tech chase, however. Candle pushing back. The good shots to even up the stock count. JeJaJeJa pushes back from the corner, not going to get hit with that neutral B. Candle's done a good job avoiding it so far.
Scramble situation. Kirby's grounded normals are so good.
Yeah, the grounded normals really are the big threat, so if you are on the ground and Olimar trying to scrap, it's not going to work out. We've seen it a couple times so far. Candle tries to run up with an up smash, and JeJaJeJa has been able to meet it with a stronger, if not equal punish every single time, and the back air is going to do it. Takes another stock off of Candle. JeJaJeJa is looking like a lock for grands right now. Candle's got to find something.
Yeah, just as though Kirby absorbs the ability of his opponents, it looks like JeJaJeJa took an ability out of the book of Anthony Isn't Cool. Gets 2 back air kicks.
Yeah. That's not something you're seeing too often from Kirby, but he's making them work super consistently. It's a strong move. It's not the biggest, but against Olimar, that doesn't matter the most.
No, it's good. It's a good distance, really. It's like it has a very large horizontal coverage.
That was really smart, though, for those who caught it. JeJaJeJa just like turned around entirely from Candle and just hit the flip. He knows that that's the big threat. He just wants to get that off the table as quickly as possible. He's fine relenting some stage pressure if he can get rid of that Pikmin. And now stuck at the ledge still is Candle, and up smash is going to take it. JeJaJeJa with a 3-stock in game 2. Candle needs to dig deep.
That was great. JeJaJeJa is taking the time to slow the pace of the game down, as he is often known to do.
Oh, yeah.
And just wait for Candle to throw out like a risky option to go for an optimal punish. So it can't, like you had mentioned before, JeJaJeJa does catch his opponent slipping pretty often, but you really can't get lazy with your recovery options, with your disadvantage states. You cannot just throw random things out because JeJaJeJa's always ready. That's honestly the thing that he's ready for most, is for you to slip up in disadvantage. Not to push his own advantage, but just to wait and see what you do.
Yeah, he puts on that long-term pressure that Kirby allows for. And right now, Candle just charges an F smash from the corner. He gets a connection off of it, but off-stage early is not what you want to see against JeJaJeJa. A nice connection from the ledge, but Candle comes out on top of the interaction as they put on some extra damage. JeJaJeJa swings back quickly, though.
Yeah, percentage is fairly even. Talk about this town and city pick Candle has decided to go to. JeJaJeJa has shown that he has no issues killing off the side. So I don't think necessarily it's about the offensive ability of killing earlier horizontally, but rather being able to deal with a lot of the pressure of having a short stage versus a long stage. So Candle has a lot more room to run away.
And JeJaJeJa's ability to just shred these Pikmin whenever Candle throws them out has been paramount. Candle hasn't been able to hold on to good Pikmin for too long, ever really. So the big thing here for Candle is just like trying to utilize those melee moves more often, but it's so risky to do against Kirby as Candle steals a jump with a footstool and steals a stock with a down air. Great interaction there.
That was gorgeous. The footstool to steal a couple of extra jumps, knowing JeJaJeJa does not have any more jumps, and then just getting that sweet, sweet down air.
That down air, ever sweet. 2 purple Pikmin out. JeJaJeJa almost gets bit for trying to take those out, but now only with the second tier Pikmin available now. Candle has to try and surge forward and find a kill. They've got quite a bit of a lead here, but nothing can feel too comfortable against JeJaJeJa with how early he can take stocks sometimes.
Yeah, this is looking a lot better for Candle starting off, though. Full stock lead and is not letting go of this next one very easily.
Really coming out on top of these offstage interactions, keeping JeJaJeJa at bay, not allowing for any reversals. Kirby can be so threatening with those, and I believe it's a down air. It's just going to kill just off the right side of the stage.
And
JeJaJeJa swings back, yep, trading stocks, but still up 2-1 as Candle.
Yeah, I think JeJaJeJa's as patient as he wants to play. You can see him trying to force some interactions, and Candle's just not having it. Either staying so close to JeJaJeJa that he doesn't get some of his nice space-grounded options, or too far away that JeJaJeJa has to close the gap.
Candle's been doing a great job pushing their advantage, but now, yeah, there's no regrab anyways, but JeJaJeJa's actually going to allow Candle to recover high and get some Pikmin out. That should have been a guaranteed stock there for JeJaJeJa, but Candle slowly able to work their way back. Pick himself at the ledge, tries to trade with the upbeat, does so successfully, gets back on stage. JeJaJeJa charging an F smash, doesn't connect, but the second one does. We're even on stocks.
Yeah, this is closed up a little bit sooner than I was expecting, with 4 minutes and 30 seconds still on the clock, and JeJaJeJa already getting it to the last stock situation for both. But that's a town and city difference, though. was unfortunate, but also the town and city difference was getting off the side. So good use of the stage pick from Candle, but ultimately just good adaptation overall. I think any stage that you pick, Candle was going to come in correct for that game.
Yeah, I agree, and came correct, Candle did. That was definitely some phenomenal adaptation, and what I saw was a lot less just kind of errantly throwing Pikmin, holding on to them a little bit more, treating them less as an unlimited projectile and more as a finite resource, and it was working very well there.
Yep. I'm curious to see is what the counter stage pick is back from JeJa here. I imagine that you ideally want to go to some of these smaller stages with single platforms above, but whether or not those are going to be available, and I guess they are, just going to pick Smashville, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I'm interested to see is that JeJa hasn't really needed to find any of those like awkward ledge interactions. Most of the kills have been pretty consistent setups. It hasn't really been anything strange. Candle's just done a great job avoiding those. So the more Candle is able to scrap on stage, the more this game looks to be very much in their favor.
Absolutely. Yikes. Yikes.
Great first stop.
That's exactly my reaction too. This small stage is theoretically better for Kirby being able to close the gap and not let Candle pull Pikmin, but Candle is showing plenty comfortable on this stage.
Yeah, you're also simultaneously able to put on pressure for such a long period of time if you're Candle, and just, you never really have to relent the pressure. So yes, JeJa can close the distance quicker, but also Candle never has to give you that distance. Down there's not going to connect. Candle trying to connect with an F smash.
Nice missile. That was fantastic.
Yeah, that jab up close is a very solid option for Alamar. Puts on good damage and sets in the tech chase situations, and with purple Pikmin out, that can be nasty.
Very nice back air from Candle. They're trying to hold stage position as best as possible. Another footstool and looking for a down air, but good stuff from JeJa to hold it down and not pull the trigger too early.
Kirby's recovery can be so ambiguous, and catching a footstool like that is such a great way to force Kirby to recover in one way. You can only go straight up right now, and that's an easier punish. But speaking of straight up, JeJa with the up throw. Gonna catch it. Candle still poised to bring this to a game 5, but JeJa surging back right now. Fair's off stage. Candle threatened here, but makes it back.
That air slash has been a great option for JeJa in every set that he's played today.
Yeah, the air slash, really good job at cutting up those close distance scenarios, just as that Pikmin up smash, purple Pikmin up smash does. Candle in a great spot right now, but still far from out of the woods.
Yeah, they're not afraid to up smash when they see Kirby above them. And I think that that's exactly what you need to be able to do, is pull the trigger right there. Because even if you clash or like have a Pikmin clank with one of JeJa's aerial options, you're going to have some time to react.
And no air dodge available. We'll see how Candle can make this back. They've done so pretty consistently. And that's exactly how it is. The sacrificing the purple Pikmin to cover some space. Does JeJa air dodge there? Does he make it back? Yes, he does. Just barely.
Not sure what that was about, but gives up stage position for it. Now we're back in the scramble neutral.
And the scramble is honestly where Candle has been coming out on top. Whenever JeJa can slow down the pace of the game, which is honestly what he's rather known for these days, he can come out on top, but Candle isn't letting him slow things down. He's kind of putting on some pretty unrelenting pressure, and now with 2 purples and a red on deck, the pressure grows even further.
Good back air to take the kill, but the reason you pick Smashville generally is to keep the pace of the game pretty high and to stay on top of your opponent. And even though JeJa is normally known for slowing down the pace of the game, they clearly wanted to go with a different approach by picking Smashville, and Candle is just reading it.
Oh, wait a minute though. 70% on both players, 1 stock left. Candle with disadvantage, and I believe that was up smash connecting through the nair. Candle brings it to a game 5.
Wow, that was clutch. It was getting really close. JeJa was looking like he was going to run away with the end of the game there, but Candle was able to bring it back. They wanted the game 5. They want the game 5 ideally on that stage again, because they're clearly more comfortable in the scramble than JeJa is. But I imagine that we'll see a different stage pick.
Yeah, that game was definitely slowly slipping away from Candle as JeJa began to surge back. So that up smash was a great way to just rip JeJa's momentum away from him. And now, we're going back to the same stage in game 5. Candle threatening to reverse 3-0 to make it to winner's side grands for the 2nd time in a row.
Yeah, I've got to see something different happen from JeJa here. I think he's got to keep the pressure really high on Candle if he wants any chance of keeping a buck on this one, honestly, keeping a stock or damage advantage. And I don't know, I mean, Candle is looking strong.
Yeah, and Candle now finding success with both playstyles, with the zoning, throwing Pikmin, and also the playing up close and scrapping with melee Pikmin. It's really worked out either way you slice it here. And JeJa just can't find these ledge guards. That's typically such a potent part of his gameplay. And now with no reground, how does Candle make it back? He does not. JeJa finds an up smash to take the lead here in game 5.
It's not the first time we've seen that exact punish happen before either. Candle falling with an aerial option or a nair specifically, and JeJa finding an up smash to take the stock. If that's how this is going to keep going, then JeJa is going to be fantastic in the scrambles.
Oh, watch out for the air dodge. Is Candle able to make it all the way across? Yes, they are. A nice reversal there to keep themselves alive. Still with a bit of a deficit, though. JeJa looking to take an early stock. Really run away with this one. Candle not looking to allow any of that. The back air is going to even up the stock count.
That's the danger with speeding up the pace of the game, especially if you're trying to get a tight ledge trap. If you're on a small stage and Candle is keeping their mentality in check, they're going to find a lot of these punishes really easily, and it's looking like that's exactly the case.
Yeah, Candle's caught JeJa swinging quite a few times, but now this game dead even yet again. Candle, such a great job at mixing up that recovery time and time again. JeJa hasn't been able to find early ledge guards, which is typically such a potent part of his gameplay.
There's that broken move again. Kirby dash attack coming out.
Best move in the game, exclamation point, not even questionable. Purple Pikmin out. That's going to be a down throw in the back air. Not quite going to do it. 102 on JeJa. I'm surprised that didn't kill. Small Town and City Blast Zone. Like Kirby, the Nair is going to do it. The pink Beyblade spins yet again, and now Candle with their work cut out for them.
This is winner side set for both of them, but Candle's on their last stock.
Yeah, it all comes down to this. Candle has not a lot of room to work with. You can't make many mistakes here if you're Candle. JeJa trying to put on the pressure from ledge, not even going off stage this time. Knowing that Candle's been too good at recovering, the F smash doesn't reach. That's so rough if you're Candle. That should have been a free kill.
Yeah, had the right choice, but just couldn't close it.
Yeah.
Gap-wise.
Right choice, wrong distance. JeJa with the down B. I thought that hit, but not quite. Maybe just hit a Pikmin. The downer not going to connect. Candle barely clinging onto life. JeJa looking to cut it off. Up air doesn't connect. Still alive as Candle.
This F-tilt has been clutch for JeJa in every set.
Yes, it has indeed. Throwing out aerials.
Nice.
The red Pikmin is going to take the stock, and now Candle 127% looking to hang on to their winner side life.
This is what you want to see.
Ooh, late hit of the fair is
yeah.
going to do it.
I wanted to see a really fun, tight last stock there because Candle really did, bring it back in a nice way. But JeJa closing that out. So many game 5s JeJa has been a part of, so many.
Yeah, it's been a lot of really close sets all day for top 8 in general, but especially for JeJa. If you were around earlier, you saw that set against Anthony. That went really close, just down to the wire.
Yeah.
Look at this trophy.